Well, hello there. Welcome to Spoken Word Sunday. It's Devan Edwards, also known as Devan the Connector, connecting you to the knowledge that will empower yourself. Now, again, happy weekend, happy Sunday, happy strong end, happy, right? That's happiness makes you rich. Take that to the bank. But anyways, yeah. So, hope everyone's had a great weekend or great week. It's been eventful this week. Had the privilege to actually share some poetry with a class of year 4 children, 8-year-olds, on Friday, and that was a great experience. I tried to record it, but the volume just didn't appear. So it is what it is. It happens. But it was a great way for me to share my story and just reflect on how I even started doing poetry and all these other things. And the fact that it's just a gift that I like to share with the world, to kind of project my presence. So, today's poem for today on the Spoken Word Sunday, I call this is titled These Promises. And I remember I wrote this, I think it may have been about 2 years ago. Yeah, I think it was like the New Year's of 2018. And I said this was like a declaration to myself. This poem is a declaration like I need to change. I need to shift everything. I want the best. I want to change. I want the theme for this year to be amazing, manifestation, everything going on. And I wrote that poem as an affirmation to myself, a promise to myself to continue the journey of self-mastery and fulfill the promises to myself. And again, 2 years later, I'm fulfilling some of those promises, and some of them are coming to light more so than others. And actually, based on even the shift in the world, things are actually coming into fruition, and coming into alignment in life, such as unity, communities, generational wealth. All those things are coming to the forefront. Equal opportunity, meritocracy, all these other stuff. But I want you to ask yourself as well. What have you promised yourself that you're yet to fulfill, or what will you promise yourself that you have set to fulfill? Because I also did a video called "Complete Your Dreams and Reset Your Goals." So what dreams and goals do you have that you want to complete? If you have any, reflect on those and create a plan for that future that you seek and you desire and that you want. But without further ado, sorry, 1 second, this is notifications in my way. So without further ado, I'm going to recite this poem. It's called These Promises, and I hope you enjoy. Please don't let me be behind my promises. Please promise this. I don't want to ever be behind and not see the light of these promises. Let the root energy of this hind be grounded, connected to where my crown is, walking firm through as I pursue. And these passions help me solve my way around this. Because I don't want us to be behind our promises. Please promise this. Let us create the beehive and be the bees who thrive off our consciousness. And we can all share in this everlasting honey called abundance. As my friend said, let's get it and give it so we can truly live it. Indulging in the sweetness of generational wealth and optimal health together. And relationships and connections are preserved forever. Whatever the weather. And because of this dream, I must never be behind. Don't let me rewind on these promises. Abolish these mental declines so when I set a target, I go for it. What if I was never behind because my feet were aligned with my promises? Putting my actions in the most wise directions and acknowledge it. Facing the pains of change as we define and refine, keep polishing. A type of success with the criteria to read between the lines and feed the minds until it's flourishing. And yes, at times, we may not feel mighty, but must still fight for our promises. Look in our greatness, where no chains live. Can we promise this? From myself to you, and you to myself, I ask, can we promise this? Commitments to our commitments, the releasings of our resistance. Suppress the fears that we won't get there to our promises, so we can face and escape the facts. In realizing that we've trapped the potential of these promises. Thank you. That poem was titled These Promises. I hope you enjoyed it. I do ask that you watch this again and put some feedback in the comments on what you like most about what you heard and how it made you feel. You know, I would love the feedback. It would be great. So this is episode 9 of Spoken Word Sunday. I hope you enjoyed today, and be sure to be back next week for episode 10 of Spoken Word Sunday, where I'll be sharing live poetry with you and insight on the poetry also. So thank you all for joining. This is Devan Edwards, aka Devan the Connector, connecting you to the knowledge that will empower yourself. Stay empowered. Take care.